The other thing I'll touch on is the junior times were mental from the junior men. Like Till,
Yes.
Elrin, and Asa. I think Till was third, maybe.
I think he was third, but if not
Yeah,
fourth, I
third or
want to
fourth
say
overall
fourth.
fastest.
328.2,
Yeah,
328. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so he would have been
And then
fourth.
Loic says they should
So
put
he
them
was on the
in
same
with him.
second as
Yeah,
Loic. Yeah. So I Sven kind of caught me a little bit off guard with like dropping
yeah,
these rumors, which I'll ask you to just drop like a random rumor. We'll add that as like a topic
yeah.
in these podcasts. I just want to get some clarity. But Loic mentioned maybe they should just put
Mm,
them in with the seniors. Um, so a couple things, and I want to hear your opinion, but I'll just give you like all my opinions
yeah,
are not like good or bad, or they should scrap the juniors. Sven mentioned like there's a rumor that maybe the juniors go away. So if we say hypothetically, the only way I would support it is I think we
yeah,
need more men in the final if we
yeah,
were going to not have a junior category. The pros and cons of juniors. So these
yeah,
juniors, you just mentioned he got fourth. So back in the day / last year, that would have been a podium if he could do it at the same time. I know
yeah,
there's all these caveats, right? It's not, so if you are that good as a junior, you're wasting years for
yeah,
your history books. Like they could have had some podiums by now
yeah,
in the
yeah.
elite category, potentially. They could have had top tens. They could have been earning
Hmm.
elite rider salaries, right? The other thing is it puts a strain on the schedule. We're seeing them not broadcasted on YouTube, but there's whole that thing. But I just think like it's quite a lot for juniors to be say out of school for a few months chasing this World Cup
Yeah,
dream because they kind of have to.
yeah, yeah.
How else do you get a ride? So that puts a drain on the teams. I don't know. I need to ask some team managers, but it could cost 30, 40 grand to have a junior on your team just
Yeah,
on
for a big team. Yeah,
expenses and just it big team. The other thing is we were both juniors, or even when we came over as elites, barely know how to wash a pair of undies, cook a meal.
yeah,
It puts strain on the team for the staff because you've got to babysit these youngsters. Then you got other youngsters coming over, and the pressure to perform, and you maybe have a crash when you're a bit young. You're a little wet behind the ears. You're charging a little hard. You're lying in hospital, on the other side of the
mm,
world. So these all these things that I'm just struggling with that category. I guess
yeah,
it's just my opinion. People are going to hate me. I support.
yeah.
It's exciting, but you're watching 5 or 6 crazy fast juniors
Hmm.
swap out on the podium, right? And you got these other guys that are like that guy you had in the Win TV. He's not going to go to
Yeah,
Andorra. He's going to go
yeah,
home and
yeah,
work to earn money to come back to do some more World Cups because he wants to chase that dream. Because if you don't do
yeah,
that, you fall behind and you maybe will never
yeah,
make it in a career. And everyone develops a little later as well. So my buddy Miles from Bike Network at home mentioned, and Vital has a similar opinion. Like, do we do a U21
yeah,
category? Do we do a U23 category where you can develop riders, you can
yeah,
spot talent, but you don't have to force them out of school when they're super young? So, like I said, I've been thinking about it a little bit, and there's
yeah,
pros and cons to it all. It's just my take. Call me old school, but keep the kids
yeah,
in school. If they're that good, and everyone says, "Oh, but there's a support class in motocross."
yeah.
Yeah, but that's pro. You can earn a salary. If you're that good, you're going to make it in the support class. So yeah, I don't know
No,
where
I'd
you're
probably
at with
agree
it.
that they should be finishing school first. Um, yeah, if you can't write a good caption on Instagram, your pro career is not going to be that good these days anyway. So you should at least be to that level. And I don't know. I think it has developed a lot, the junior category, compared to where it was when we would have been juniors. Because then you're just in with the elite anyway. But now there's so many juniors, but how many make it each out of each year is probably not a huge amount, I'd imagine. But they still get a shot at it for a while after, I think. Like if you're quite a good junior, maybe not winning, you're still going to probably get a shot on a team for your first 2 elite years. And then it does give them a chance. So yeah, I think if you take it away completely, then the ones that develop slower will be done. So you do need like those development years. But then why does cross country have under 23 and downhill doesn't? Why did we never get that? That's an interesting question. So I think we probably do need that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, we can riff on it throughout the series of podcasts. It's clearly going to come up. It's just a hypothetical. Sven dropped like a rumor, but if we were hypothetically saying like, how do we develop talent? How do we protect the integrity of the sport? I don't know. Part of me is like the under 23 category or under 21 makes
Yeah.
a lot of sense because everyone develops a little bit later, and if what we're seeing is going to carry on with 30 in the final, which my opinion
Yeah.
is it's too little in the final. Broadcast is different. I'm not saying
No.
broadcast more than 30. You can even, that's up to the broadcast. Hey, I'm just saying. Then I feel like you want like some sort of development
Yeah.
class, and I don't want to like split it. I know, Whiteley had some of these ideas probably earlier than us now. It's like maybe we do need these two classes, the support class and the thing, to develop talent. And then you can scrap the junior category. And then these juniors say, well, what are the juniors going to do? So they're probably going to race their national series. They're going to race continentals. They're going to race world champs. Maybe we have one or two in a year junior category at World Cups to look at the talent. You can we spotted talent miles away. Did Troy Brosnan? I needed to look at the results. I don't think there was a junior category
he
when
didn't
Troy was
start in
younger.
junior. No. Yeah.
No, he just he got spotted and he went to Crankworks, and then Heimdall put him on the team, and he raced big boy category because he was good enough. So yeah, look, everyone's. I mean, like I'm reading some of the comments, and it's just an opinion. I'm definitely not saying I got it right. But when you've even got Loic saying, I don't know, let them come race with us, like they're clearly good enough. I'm really watching them, taking notes before my final. Let's have it. Bring them to the pro category.
But I think, then we definitely need more riders in the final. But it sounds to me like Warner Brothers want to have less riders in the final again, which is crazy.
Wow, so Wyn's dropped the rumor of the podcast this week. There's the clickbait. The rumor, Wyn's rumor. Am I allowed to quote you? Really. Wyn's rumor is they might want to have less riders in the final.
Sounds like they want.
No, I don't want to get you in trouble.
A podcast with Josh Carlson when he thinks less is better, and I'm like, there's no way less is better. Clearly,
for the broadcast, less is you could argue is better.
That's the final number that qualifies. If we go down from 30, there's no way it's better for the sport. It just means that in the end that less people are going to get paid, less teams are going to run well, and it's just going to make it really hard for people, I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, like, we can have opinions. Doesn't mean we're crapping on any organization. Like, they're going to do what they're going to do. It's not my job. They run the sport. I'm not in the room. But there is the knock-on effect. Yeah. So, I mean, it's an unfortunate topic that comes up a lot. I just want to understand, like, you're trying to build 10 teams that get the elite status for 2 years or 3 years. Then there's another 5 teams or whatever it is. Like, there's already 30, 40 people you're going to need on factory teams, because you're going to need to build in the fact that there's going to be an injury or two. So you need at least 3 males. You're going to have a lady. You're going to have all these things. Yeah. We'll see how it progresses, but I would hope it doesn't get any less.
That's what I would hope as well. If anything, it needs to be more for sure, because so many good riders are missing.